internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. Wow, I cannot believe this. They're telling you that they're going to move into a new system and they're going to ditch it. And it's coming from Tobias Adrian, your one and only secret weapon for the IMF and Ripple and other organizations. In today's video, you are going to get completely mind blown with the events that are taking place, and they're telling you, but some people don't understand, but that's okay. They're only going to understand when they get priced out and they start buying half an XRP or little tiny bits of Bitcoin or other assets. In today's video, you're going to hear it from them. It's going to get replaced. It's just taking time. And also, another jaw dropper. Shout out to Smoke for this one. The KPMG Pulse of FinTech, right? This is for the second half. And listen to what they had said here. This is very important because this is where they're talking about planning for the future for blockchain and cryptocurrency. And they're saying in the Q1, pretty much the half of 2024, you're going to see more growing focus on institutional grade blockchain solutions. Okay, Ripple is the leader in that category. A possible increase in stablecoin options in Japan as companies look to take advantage of the new regulation. And isn't it crazy that Ripple even entertained the idea of a Japan stablecoin? Wow. Do you see what I mean by closed door meetings that are taking place behind, it's significant. I'm just telling you the importance of what I've witnessed my time within the regulatory sector, pretty much working at the financial institution, and the amount of meetings that take place on a high level where they plan for months, years ahead of time. It's truly mind-blowing. It's really cool. Growing focus on CBDCs and stablecoins in different regions. And with the whole MiCA regulation about to get passed, and here's a little timeline of it. I'm going to blow it up here in a moment so there's more information. But as you can see, June 2024, entry into application. But this is where things get significant. If you take a look at December 2024, this is where we're leading into, they're going to have 18 months of a transitional phase. And once that transitional phase ends, it's pretty much full throttle. But it doesn't mean it's not going to be full throttle in that 18 months. It is. It's going to be absolutely. They're planning this transition phase from December 2024 to July 2026. That is monumental. And once the stablecoin regulation gets passed in the United States, and you guys already know with the information we cover on this channel about Ripple stablecoin and other stablecoins and how XRP is going to have a pivotal role for the whole financial ecosystem, buckle up, because what we're about to witness, I can't even describe it because no little human mind has ever witnessed anything like this before. And what's really significant is this is KPMG, right? This is who put this together. And remember the video clip from EY when they were talking about it and they're telling you, I love how he goes, 400 trillion, this video.
I'm going to struggle to convey just how much capital there is behind this regulatory dam, because the numbers are just monumental, right? How much money is there? Well, let's start with the most liquid of the liquid, right? Bank deposits, stocks, and bonds. $400 trillion, right? Certainly more than my current retirement nest egg, and plenty of money to buy you a nice place in central London or San Francisco, right? 400 trillion. There's another 379 trillion in real estate. But quite a lot of it will end up in crypto, and a huge amount of it is going to end up in tokenized digital assets.
That's all coming to blockchain, right? I know some of you guys may think this is too good to be true. I know there's a little, voice in your head that might be telling you, how is this even possible? Like, how am I going to attain this kind of wealth? Why me? It's not even about that. Okay, it's not about why me. It's about getting in early into an asset class before the herd comes. And you saw the clash between institution investors and retail investors from 2017 onwards. Retail was saying buy, buy, buy. Institutions were saying they're pet rocks. And in 2024, they're telling you to buy, buy, buy. And it's stupid if you don't have crypto in your portfolio allocations. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and smash that like button. That little voice in your head, tell them to get the F out because they don't know anything. And the true value driver for XRP, the ones that know, wow, that's all I got to say. And now listen to what Tobias Erdogan says here, okay? Before I play the clip, listen to this part. He talks about the key challenges, how do we move to the next technology, right? And he's telling you that it is going to get replaced by other new forms of technology. This is something that they know. And this panel with Ripple and Tobias Adrian 5 years ago, this has been long in the making. They're sharing the same panel. This is where Christine Lagarde was in the audience listening to them. You know, words cannot describe the amount of, like, I don't understand how people don't see it. You know, I truly don't understand it. I get that the price hasn't moved in years. That's very bullish, actually, that it hasn't moved in years because it's fulfills a real purpose in the global financial system. Okay, Tobias, listen to this, okay, guys? Tobias, take it away.
You know, a key challenge, I think, is that we easily get locked into something, and you know, how do we move to sort of like the next technology? I think the infrastructures themselves innovate oftentimes, but sometimes they're replaced and by other newer forms, and so I think at the moment we are in a time that is really exciting because you know all of that is so like at cross currents, and I think there are huge opportunities, but there are also pitfalls, and so having a very thoughtful and intentional policy approach is absolutely key for you know central banks, financial institutions, and policymakers more broadly.
And then he talks about what we always talk about you know having stability, financial stability. You guys know I've talked about that multiple times on my channel. I broke it down why it's so important and why Ripple as a whole ecosystem, its ecosystem. Remember, Ripple is they serve multiple purposes. They're custodians. They have their product on demand liquidity. There are so many applications and so many licensing that goes into this planning. That's why it's taking so long. They're trying to create a level playing field, you guys know, and to get every economy on board at the same time and get this whole ecosystem smoothly rolled out, like this transitional phase that they're pretty much telling you here, smoothly rolled out. This is what's going to happen. And Tobias is talking about the plumbing. And if you guys know, I'll play one little clip by David Schwartz. Ripple is and has been since inception trying to solve the plumbing and create a new one for this new ecosystem.
International monetary stability, global financial stability is all rooted in the plumbing.
We found ourselves in this situation where if we wanted institutions to settle their international payments with a digital asset, we first had to rebuild the payment messaging, sort of the plumbing. And we discovered something interesting on the way. What we discovered was that the existing plumbing was so bad, I mean, it dates back to batch computing days, that just improving that messaging was a product. That was something that banks and non-bank financial institutions would be interested in.
Monetary stability, global financial stability is all rooted in the plumbing.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. The writing's on the wall, and the ones that don't see it, that's okay. But everybody that's tuning in every single day, you guys are very well educated, and it is insane. The amount of education that you guys have retained on this channel or other channels, you know, going over this kind of information. Nobody watches this information. Who do you think in your neighborhood sits there and watches Tobias Adrian talking about key challenges in the financial sector in regards to cross-border payments or the plumbing of the financial ecosystem? You know, people don't watch these stuff. That is why you guys are chosen. We are wired differently for you guys to sit through this information, and it excites you. You know, that's the biggest takeaway. If this information excites you as much as it excites me, like, this is when you know we are on the same brainwave, if you want to call it. Because me, given my time in the financial system, I mean, documentations, reading SOPs, writing SOPs, doing all this stuff, you know, I found that really entertaining. I don't know why, but it's just kind of something that I find entertaining, like being ahead of everybody else by just doing your own research. Like this evolution that we're going to go through, it's only going to happen once in a lifetime, and this will be studied. Okay, like, please try to understand this. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This crypto ecosystem is not going to get replicated by another brand new system. Don't talk about quantum. Quantum is nowhere in the very near future. If anything, it will complement the crypto ecosystem. But they know that there's going to be a lot of wealth that's going to get generated in this crypto ecosystem. And I'm sure you guys could agree with that. We're going to see this whole crypto ecosystem go well above $50 trillion. And what they're going to do, I've said this in the past, they're going to have cyber attacks. And that is why IMF officials are warning that cyber attack risks are growing. And this is just such a pre-planned event. Okay, hear me out here. There's going to be so much wealth created that it would not surprise me if big exchanges were targeted. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Forget the Decent wallet, $130 off, link in the description down below if you haven't already. But let's talk about this for a moment. I truly believe, okay, from the bottom of my soul, that they're going to blame a huge amount of losses in crypto to cyber attacks. And I don't know what it is, but I've always believed that's going to happen, because there's going to be so much wealth created that they're going to do something to it, in my opinion. And there's hacks left, right, and center. And we are all learning and growing together. So anything that happens, we live and learn and we move on, like the FTX, like BitConnect, QuadraX, right? All these events, but there will be like FTX, guys, come on. You know how big that was? You think they're not going to pull that off again? You think they're not going to pull an FTX when this whole crypto ecosystem is sitting at 20, 30, 40 trillion? Get out of here. If you think they're not going to pull another event like that, you're crazy. That's all I got to say, brother and sister. But having your self-custody wallets, link in the description down below. I'm telling you, once everything picks up, you're going to want to run and get these for yourself. Okay, it's one of the most headache-free things you could do is storing your assets offline. And I'll leave the link in the description down below where I actually do it myself.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Knowing if there's a cyber attack, your assets are safe because they're right with you and you have your private keys. Okay, you are your own walking bank. That's pretty much what it is. So link in the description down below. And we will be back with another video.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.